Your chords are built off of basically a scale. So using a C major example, I'm going to put a little C major scale here to make you understand. We use the first scale degree, the third scale degree, and the fifth scale degree. So in C major, if you have it here, we're going to have the C, the E, and the G. So any 1, 3, and 5 is going to make a chord. Didn't say what kind of chord. To determine major and minor, diminished, augmented is a whole different thing. It's going to be too short of a video to get into that. But that's a really good basis to start. So now we know it's C, E, G. That's a normal basic chord, right? In this case, it's C major, just for the example, even though you shouldn't know why or how, but whatever. So how do we determine these jazz chords that people are using? What is a 7? What is a 9? How do we know what 13 is, right? It's actually more simple than you think. So for a 7 chord, all you have to do, you see this little C, G, B, whatever I've gotten here, I already gave it away. You put the 7th. 7th from C, C is your 1. You put 7 from C, it's going to be B, C, E, G, B. That's a C7 of some sort. Didn't explain which one. We'll get into that in a different video. And that goes on for the other numbers as well. So if we want to have a jazzy chord, like 1 to 8, that's just 8. How do we get a 9? All you have to do is take that octave and you continue it. So C to C, and then you continue it to a different C, right? So after that C, that 8, that octave, what's going to be after that? It's going to be a D. That's your 9. So if you have C, E, G, and you put D on top of it, that's going to be a 9. That's going to be a 9 chord. And then you keep doing it with the other numbers. So that's how you get an 11. That's how you get a 13. And that goes on for other things as well. What about a 6? A C6? All that means is that you add the 6th scale degree in there. And in our case, in C major, a C6 would be an A. So we would put an A in there as well. That's how you get those basic chords. So anytime there's something like that written in there in your charts, if you know how to spell it more or less, you'll be able to build your own chords, build your own charts. If I know, for example, that I want a C7, a C major 7, in this case it's a C major 7. Don't ask why yet. Next video. If I want to know, if I want to have a C major 7, C, E, G, B, all I have to do is find that on my guitar, wherever it is. I could figure out how to play that anywhere. So the simplest one, C, E, G, B, there we go, C major 7. If I wanted to add a 6, then I would add an A in there somewhere. Maybe C, E, A. We need a G in there somewhere. I'll figure it out, maybe here. Maybe something like this. We need an A in there, that's the point. So if you can spell the notes on your guitar and you're kind of new to theory, this is kind of a good place to start. Hope this isn't too long and that it helped somebody. I'll probably try to make a video getting into how you determine if things are major, minor, diminished, augmented. But for now, at least you can understand how the numbers work.